Welcome back, you guys. Today we have a pretty interesting build video. A lot of pieces to different puzzles being put together into one design. Now, I had a customer reach out to me and said, hey, I like this, I like this, I like this. What do you think about merging these together? Is it something that's doable? We kind of went back and forth a little bit on how it's going to lay out and how it's going to work out. And then here we are. It's time to start this project. Let's take a couple minutes here and just kind of walk you through the process of exactly what to expect as you're watching the video unfold over on the Tormach 770. We also have some laser work that we're going to be doing on the barrel and on the frame that we're going to get to here in a moment. So we have a lot of different pieces to this puzzle. I kind of want to just educate you a little bit more on exactly maybe where they came from, because sometimes people will see a complete build and they want, once again, they want a piece to that puzzle. So we're going to explain that a little bit better, starting with the slide. We're going to end up doing a optic cut in the back. We're going to keep the rear dovetail where it is. We're going to be cutting this for the Trijicon / Hollow Sun. So that's going to go in front of the rear dovetail. Nice setup in the back there. In the front zone, on our webpage now we have a thing called the top wave, and what it is a series of cuts. It's 4 cuts that go across the top. It's very similar to the Raptor cuts, except it has a crossbar in the center. So it is a solid cut from left to right. It's a little bit different design. We've done it on several different guns that are out there. We've done it on some of the P365 stuff. We've done it on some of the Taurus stuff, and of course the Glocks. So we're gonna end up doing that on the top. Now, where the change here that's taking place is we want to do side windows. So we happen to see a lot of you guys that reach out to us for a single top window or Raptor cut and side window. So it's like side window, side window, side window, then it's simulated, simulated, and simulated windows on what would be the left side, and of course the right side is 3 side windows. We're going to be blending that together with that top wave. Now that's going to be pretty interesting because we got to make sure that the top wave doesn't come down the sides too far to hit where the step down is, because we do a large step down here to remove the text. Then of course window, window, window. So I want to make sure that those don't run into each other too awful far, make sure that they look pretty good overall. The other thing we're going to be doing is on our standard pattern that we have with window, 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 and then simulated, 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 we're going to take the simulated window off because we have a USMC logo that we're going to be doing on the left-hand side here. So we're going to end up adjusting the pattern just ever so slightly in order to add a logo into that field. I think overall that's going to be really, really cool. We're also going to be doing the Cobra nose. So we want to be able to see some barrel on the left and right-hand side. So we're going to cut that Cobra nose there. This slide is then going to go through the process of getting sanded down and stripped and cleaned and everything else. And we're going to end up doing blue titanium on the slide. So we're going to get blue titanium on this. We're going to set this down and let's kind of navigate over to the barrel work. Excuse me, guys. I do have a cold, so I apologize about that. The barrel here it's pretty interesting because we're not going to be doing anything on the top or the ejection side because it already has a logo that's on here. What we are going to do is we're going to strip this down. We're going to do the diamond pattern on the barrel. So I think it's going to give us some overall, some real good design, real good texture. We're going to be able to see it real good with the side windows and with the top wave cut on the slide. Overall, really looking forward to that. We're going to end up gun coating that to black. It's not quite as durable as the PVD black coat or black nitride base coating, but it is something that's significantly easier to do in-house as far as not sending it out and waiting 4 or 5 weeks. So it's a pretty quick process there. The gun coat itself is a fairly decent product itself as far as for durability goes. So I think we're going to do pretty good with that overall. So that's kind of the project on the barrel. And on the frame, we're going to shave this down, so we want to go ahead and remove all these little knobs that are here. And we're going to end up doing the diamond pattern on the frame, so that's going to get laser stippled. We'll take you guys through that process. We're going to go back to black on the frame, back to black once again on the barrel, so those are going to stay black. Of course, we're going to have some other black stuff overall, like the optic, the irons. So there's going to be some other stuff that's on the slide that is black. And of course, once again, we're going to do blue titanium on the slide. So we're going to have blue and black. Overall, I think it's going to be a really, really nice build. I think it's going to be pretty cool, blending a lot of these patterns together, showing you guys just some stuff that you haven't seen, the way it can flow when we start merging things together. Guys, what we're going to do now is we're going to start over on the Tormach 770. We're going to crank out this work on the slide. We're going to navigate over to the laser. We're going to get that USMC done. We're going to get that barrel done. We're going to get that frame done. We're going to do a little bit of coloring. We're going to bring it back. Let's see exactly how it comes out. moment here and see exactly how this came out in the end. We're gonna start with the barrel. We're gonna kind of do an assembly on this. I'm working behind the camera, so we'll just see exactly how that comes out. Really nice with the diamond pattern on the barrel. I did a little bit of footage with my iPhone outside just to kind of show you guys a little bit better. Of course, we've taken pictures of each individual component of this build to kind of give you that, that visualization of the work individually as it was done. So overall, really nice. I really like this pattern. We ended up going with a gun coat finish on the outside. Now, typically you guys will hear me say in the past in other videos that I recommend a hard coating, some sort of a PVD, black nitride, tin, copper, gray, rose type coating. This ended up falling underneath that the barrel was already black nitride coated. So what we did was I ended up basically doing the laser work on it. I taped it off from here and right here at the hoop at the end, and then did a real rough sandblast on there to strip the round zone out. Went ahead and pulled that tape off. Did a real light aluminum oxide 120 sandblast on what would be this zone and a little bit here towards the end. And what the idea was is to scuff it up enough in order for the gun coat to stick, but not enough to actually remove a lot of that PVD based finish, because these are a high wear item. We're gonna get a lot of wear up in this zone, and I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna get on this chamfered edge because not all of them come with that, but I do know that this zone up here, it would typically see a lot of wear in and out, back and forth from the slide. So we wanna make sure that we keep that coating the best we can in the event that we're not sending it back off. Something to take into consideration is the cost of the gun coating service that we offer for the barrels is significantly less than the PVD based coating, and the turn-on time is obviously much faster. So it ends up being a cost savings over there, and in this particular case we matched it to what would be the frame. So let's go ahead and put this into the slide. Overall, real nice, and you guys can see, a two-tone difference here a little bit. You can see how shiny this is. This is the original PVD based finish, and then of course it's a matte gun coat on the outside. So we ended up not hitting the threads. Let's go ahead and build this. Once again, I'm working behind the camera, so we'll see exactly how this pans out for me. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put this spring on here so we don't lose a barrel. Let's take a look at the slide. And overall, real pleased with piecing together several different services into one build. The top wave really is a very mature pattern. We end up seeing a lot of barrel down through there, especially if you were to go with something like a different color barrel, black with an offset tone, with a gray, with a bronze, with a gold. But it really just doesn't get a lot of love compared to a lot of the other services that we offer. It is one of our most recent and newest services that's listed, so a lot of people maybe just don't know what it is or haven't really seen enough of it. Hopefully that will encourage you guys a little bit more in order to take the step in getting that service. It's very similar to the Raptor Cut, except it has the crossbar in the center, so it allows us to see more of the barrel. So now that we've done a complete build with what would be the top wave as being our primary service, we'll end up adding the additional services to that listing. So you're going to start seeing the side windows, the Cobra nose, the optic cut, things like that listed underneath that top wave service. So it starts with the basic, which is the top wave, and it goes all the way up to whatever service you're looking for. So really pleased with the way this came out. So we end up doing the side windows with the step down to remove the factory text, simulated side windows in order to just kind of give it a little bit more character all the way to the back. And then we leave a little bit of a space here in order to do, in this particular case, the USMC. We've had other people do other logos back there. Really nice. We get a lot of detail off of that. I'm going to add a picture to this video so you guys can see it just a little bit better. But that happens to be a high quality logo on the slide that you'll get with the laser. There's a lot of detail in that particular logo that's engraved. So some of them don't quite have that much detail, but that one has a lot. So same thing on this side, we end up running a triple window. We don't do any kind of shave down over here. We leave all that alone. And then of course in this particular case, we ended up doing the hollow sun to the rear. We kept the factory dovetail. We upgraded those to night sights. Probably gonna be pretty hard to see on here. It's probably not gonna focus where my finger is. No doubt we'll add some pictures though to give you guys just a better visualization overall. Guys, let's go ahead and talk about the frame and then we'll build it. We ended up doing the diamond pattern on the frame. This is also a black matte coating as well that matches the barrel. We ended up doing this in gun coat. No extra work like finger grip removal or undercuts, which we do offer as well, but the customer was just after the stippling. I'm gonna go ahead and slide this on. Let's see what we get. Very pleased with that. Of course, we have a bunch of pictures that we'll add. Really a nice look overall. We're moving off the factory little knobs that are on here. This is a Gen 4. So no doubt, a real clean pattern. Guys, I want to talk to you a moment about what is going on. I'm going to put this on a hanger actually so I don't have to hold it. I want to talk to you guys about what's going on here over the course of the weekend. We got some other pictures that we're going to include in here. We might actually include some other pictures of some other guns as well, some stuff that maybe you guys haven't seen, and maybe even some stuff from the show. But the idea here is that this weekend, so Saturday, Sunday, starting on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, including into Monday. We have the Black Friday into Cyber Monday, as they call it, sale. So we do this once a year. We get a lot of you guys that reference, hey, do you guys do any military discounts? Do you do any kind of first responder based discounts? And we tell you guys that we do it once a year. We don't do a 5 or a 10, we do a 20%, okay? So we do a big discount once a year. We want you guys to take advantage of that. Now, keep in mind, if you've seen something like this as an example, this is a great one because not all the services may be listed on the webpage, well, one of those being something like the stippling and things like that. Guys, if you reach out to us and we need to physically send you some sort of an invoice right directly to you because the service is just not listed, okay, some like the barrel engravings and things like that, we still get a 10% off discount, okay? So it's still more than what we're offering throughout the year. We don't offer discounts typically throughout the year unless it's a real weird case scenario, but usually it's a one-time thing. So we encourage you guys, if you're thinking about having something done or purchasing something, we do have a tab that's sample sales, and that's exactly what it is. There's sample pieces that we've built and we're selling them. So all that stuff is 20% off. Okay, there's slides in there, there's barrels in there. Obviously, there's tons of services. We've had we started on 5 o'clock on Thursday. And then I don't know when this video will come out, but it'll definitely be coming out over the weekend, so you guys will be notified of the sale. But we've already done, as of right now, I think we've done maybe 12 or 15 orders, and we're basically haven't hit the 24-hour mark. So as I'm making this video right now, we haven't even hit 5 o'clock. It's not even Friday at 5 o'clock yet. So we happen to have not even gotten that far into the sale, and there's been a lot of people that have already purchased barrels. There's a lot of people that have already sent in for optic cuts and stuff that they wanted to adjust Cerakote coloring. So there happen to be a lot of things that you should definitely take advantage of. You're going to see a lot of those Instagram and Facebook pictures getting posted on there with colors. If you don't know what color you're looking for, we get that a lot. Hey, what's this color? I didn't see it posted. I don't know what it is. You know, send me an email first. Say, hey, I need to know what this color is. I'm getting ready to check out. I just want to make sure I choose the right one. We'll give you a color call out there. We'll tell you what it is. We'll encourage you. You know, that's burnt browns or midnight browns or whatever the case is. Some of the colors look very similar to each other. Glock gray, sniper gray. You know, so it's one of those deals where we'll point you in the right direction before you make that checkout purchase. Then, of course, as we had already stated, if there's something that you just don't see on the webpage, you know we offer it, you've seen the video, but you don't know where it's located, you're not 100% sure why it's not listed, we'll actually be able to do a quote out through an email, and at some point we'll actually send you an invoice, and you'll still get 10% off that. So you're still receiving a significant amount of discount. We have a lot of people that have placed orders that were, you know, $1,000, $1,500 because they're saving a lot of money. So especially at a, 20% off, you're getting a lot for free at 20% off. So once again, kind of scroll through there, ask those questions. This is definitely the time to ask those questions. We've had a couple people say, hey, I'm out of town, I'm not going to get my stuff shipped in. Might not even get it shipped in this year. Can I still do it? And the answer to that is yes. So you are still able to make a purchase. We will set your work order aside, and then of course, as it gets a little bit closer to time to when you can ship it in, maybe you're out of the country, we're actually able to take that order in now, give you that cost savings, and then of course we'll get you in the lineup as soon as we actually receive your hardware. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to use that contacts tab. Of course, always there's going to be a little bit of a link down at the bottom of the video description on how to ask those questions, and we'll just see what we come up with you guys. Guys, if you have any questions, let me know, and we got a lot of other big builds coming up. We've got the build of the year obviously coming up in December, and we'll just see what we come up with.